I don't want 5.5% back on something that you're going to debase and make worthless. In fact, if I'm reading the room correctly, I want gold. I want Bitcoin. I want S&P 500. I want real estate. And that is what's happening. So when you hear someone say, wow, gold's up 20%, that's bizarre. That's why it's bizarre, is because if you can get risk-free 5.5% and then should be 6.5%, should be 7.5%, you should never own just a metal. A metal doesn't return you anything. Why would we all be interested in a metal or Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin closes this year around or above $100,000 and then really blows itself off to a new high in 2025.
Jack Mallers spoke with Bill Mallers about Senator Lummis's proposed U.S. Bitcoin Reserve Bill on the Money Matters podcast. He discussed his thoughts on the possible effects of Bitcoin, emphasizing its superiority in a situation where the dollar is devalued, and he advised listeners to trust the market to take care of them. According to Jack Mallers, establishing a U.S. Bitcoin reserve signals the start of a new age and demonstrates American dedication to freedom and innovation. He referred to Senator Lummis as a Bitcoin pioneer and commended her for putting forth the bill. Regardless of how the proposition turns out, Mallers thinks this is a historic time and that Bitcoin functions as a put option on the current system, enabling people to profit from the dollar's depreciation. As the discussion progressed, the conversation focused on the broader implications of Bitcoin's recent price movements. It was noted that Bitcoin's role as a decentralized asset is becoming increasingly significant in a world where traditional financial systems face mounting uncertainty. Watch clips from the interview for further insights into Jack Mallers' conversation with Bill Mallers. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more content. Enjoy the video.
The U.S. establishing a Bitcoin reserve would rank among the most important events in U.S. economic history. In fact, this is more than an economic event. It is a declaration of a new era of prosperity and freedom, a courageous commitment to innovation and embracing the future. A U.S. Bitcoin reserve would be on par with the global financial crisis of 2008, or even Nixon abandoning the gold standard in 1971. However, unlike those past events, this is not defensive and in reaction to crisis. It's progressive, it's bold, it's brave, it's offensive towards a better future. A U.S. Bitcoin reserve embodies freedom, optimism, and independence. A truly American reserve. It positions the United States at the forefront of technological innovation once again, using Bitcoin to drive growth, create jobs, and revolutionize our industries. By embracing Bitcoin, America can reestablish its economic leadership, its commitment to energy independence, and begin building towards a future that is sustainable. It would be a statement of confidence in the United States' ability to adapt, innovate, and thrive in the face of change. Overall, Bitcoin for America is not just about economic policy, but also about transparency, democracy, and the empowering of the individual. It would align with the core values of liberty and justice for all, offering a more inclusive and equitable financial system. If America is the land of opportunity, then Bitcoin is the money of hope. Thank you, Senator Lummis. As an American, I will do everything I can to support you in getting this bill passed. As a millennial, I feel hope for the future of my country for the first time in my life. That is how I feel. I had the honor and the privilege to meet with Senator Lummis before she got up there and proposed the bill. She is a Bitcoiner. I deeply respect her and appreciate all the work she's doing. I'm really excited about the bill. I understand it. I got a chance to see it. We can break it down. But I think this is a massive moment. I think this is economic history in the United States if it becomes real. So this is a proposal. Trump isn't the president. So I don't know how the markets are going to price this. I don't know the odds that it actually sees itself through. But the event of even a proposal, nonetheless, is history, in my opinion, in the United States. Bitcoin is a put option on the existing system. It's short dollar, it's long vol, monetizing volatility. These are all different ways to express you being able to make money in the fact that the dollar continues to weaken through their need to print more. That's all it is. So to my dad's point, your cup of coffee is going to go up year over year. So maybe that's a good investment. The chair you're sitting on is going to go up year over year. Maybe that's a good investment. What's the best investment? The best investment is the scarcer asset to hold, because if there's a limited supply of it, the more they print dollars, the higher it's going to go up in price. So what has inflated the most in US dollar terms? Is it your Whole Foods grocery bundle? Is it your gasoline at Shell? Is it your airline flights when you got to go visit mom and dad? No, it's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the highest inflation asset against US dollar. So therefore, it's the best way to monetize the mess we're in. It's the best way to protect yourself. It's the best way to make money in this era of US dollars where our government is in so much debt and all they have to do is print. So that is get long, get paid 101. Your cup of coffee is a good investment, but it's not nearly as good as Bitcoin because they can make unlimited cups of coffee. They cannot make unlimited Bitcoin.
According to Jack Mallers, if Bitcoin is successful and in demand, it may usher in a new era of technological innovation and energy independence. He asserted that this might draw well-known individuals like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Mallers pointed out that consumers could feel more confident about the economy if Bitcoin was used to support the debt. However, he warned that printing money to purchase Bitcoin would hurt people who do not own Bitcoin. Jack Mallers explained that devaluing the currency will harm citizens. Thus, the government must exercise caution. Mallers pointed out that Bitcoin had outperformed gold over the past 10 years and endorsed a plan to transfer confiscated coins to the Treasury and reallocate surplus reserves into the cryptocurrency. He said the market's response to the Bitcoin reserve measure would be profound and push prices to all-time highs by 2025. Let's go back to the interview and watch more clips to gain insights from Jack Mallers.
If this Bitcoin thing actually works and it is actually scarce and we are actually to be able to create local jobs, build energy independence on it, we're back in the forefront of tech innovation. If this is the new internet, the Zuckerbergs and the Steve Jobs and the Elon Musks and the Sergey, Brins, they're all going to be here. That gives people a lot of confidence. And okay, I think America can crawl out of these deficits over time. I have a little bit more confidence in the debt that they're selling me because it's actually backed by something real. But it's important, what they couldn't do, if Senator Lummis looked me in the eye and said, so what we're going to do is print a lot of dollars and buy Bitcoin, that would be a problem. Now, not for me. Personally, I'd love that. I have a lot of Bitcoin. And if they started weakening the dollar against my Bitcoins, sweet. But I'm a moral, ethical, principled man that cares about my country. And you know who that would crush is everyone that doesn't yet understand what I understand and doesn't have Bitcoin, because they would aggressively attack the dollar. This is what I'm saying, guys, is that the exit door is only so big. And so if Bitcoin were to run to $1 million per coin tomorrow because the US government's like, shit, our currency is a piece of trash, we should own this hard asset, well, then everyone still with dollars and no Bitcoins is screwed. How many of your friends and families can be able to own one whole Bitcoin if it's worth $1 million a pop? And so the government has to be careful. You're attacking your people if you aggressively debase the currency. And so I like the idea and the proposal of saying all the coins that we've seized, we're going to move into our treasury and not sell, not auction off. And we're going to take a look at excess reserves, excess meaning reserves that are in excess of what's required. So reserves that we could take a look and say, are we sure we want to own this much gold? Why don't we actually redistribute our portfolio a little bit and start leaning into the digital gold, the better gold? And spade to spade, over the last 10 years, Bitcoin's thoroughly kicked gold's ass. And so it's not even about being younger, being more hip, being more tech forward. If you want to make it about math, it could be about math too. It's just the best performing thing. And I like that proposal. So you're not debasing the currency. You're also not backing the currency. You're just saying we care about our deficits. We want to signal confidence. And we want to own the hardest thing. Super American. I think, just for the listeners, because I think people are going to be curious, wait, isn't Bitcoin supposed to go up a lot or down a lot? What's the market's reaction? We just got a Bitcoin reserve bill. How's the market going to price that? I think so far it's been kind of a subdued reaction. I think it's probably because of current market dynamics more than anything else, right? I think if this actually sees itself forward and through, it's very fair to say that the current price is not reflective of the United States owning a lot of Bitcoin and thinking of it as a long-term strategic asset and thing to own. So my expectation is also, by the way, in July, August, even a little bit of September, markets never move because all rich and powerful people are on vacation. And usually politicians get back into office in September. They start making bad decisions. They start giving people free shit, or that they think is free, obviously costs us a lot of inflation. And so I expect Bitcoin to kind of wake up. Maybe we do see new highs in August, but I do think that the asset will wake up in September. Q4 is going to be a monster quarter, I think, for all assets with the election. I think Bitcoin closes this year around or above $100,000 and then really blows itself off to a new high in 2025 with the realization of a strategic reserve, more nation states and central banks thinking about Bitcoin in this way, and a lot of printing and currency debasement and rates getting lower, a lot of risk on capital coming back into the market.
In other news, Nate Gerasi, president of ETF Store, believes that an XRP spot ETF is unlikely to be approved before a Solana spot ETF. He anticipates that an ETF issuer will soon file a combined application for a spot Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana ETF in the coming months. This prediction is based on the observation that, in contrast to XRP, which does not yet have any spot ETF applications, two fund issuers, VanEck and 21 Shares, have already applied for a Solana spot ETF. Along with the Ethereum ETFs, Gerasi anticipates the approval of additional cryptocurrency ETFs, which will boost mainstream usage and create new investment opportunities. The Solana and XRP spot ETFs are advantageous for ETF swap. The platform will tokenize these ETFs, opening them up for on-chain trading and drawing investors. The decentralized structure, intuitive user interface, and features of ETF swap provided a compelling choice for investors. The native token of the platform grants access to other cryptocurrency assets, including Ethereum, Solana, and XRP, and may be exchanged for preferred ETFs. Investors can earn yields by staking their cryptocurrency assets on the platform. The ETF's token offers up to 80% APY. ETF Swap also gives users access to commodities, including gold, silver, and crude oil, to further increase investment alternatives. ETF Swap is well positioned for success with its seasoned team and impressive track record, especially considering it intends to introduce its ETF in 2025. This will enhance its market standing and present more prospects for investors. As we conclude, what are your thoughts on this interview? Do you believe Jack Mallers is correct and Bitcoin will hit such heights by next year? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Share this video and hit your thumbs on the like button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.